I'm 𝐂𝐎𝐈𝐓, and today we're playing the Riftbreaker, and we're doing...
Are available for development.
Excuse me, Mr. Riggs, I'm trying to talk right now. What's up, Wolfpack, and welcome to another strategy gaming video. I'm 𝐂𝐎𝐈𝐓, and today we are doing our first ever how-to video, specifically to talk about the Riftbreaker and fusion power. Now, if you don't already know, fusion power is by far the best source of power, not only because it generates 3,500 energy per second, but also because it creates plasma, which you can turn into supercharged plasma to fuel your shield generators for your buildings. So by far, you need to learn how to do fusion power if you want to win on brutal, or more importantly, if you want to win on the 2, 3, 4. I mean, I don't know if anyone can win on 5x multiplier, but if you want to really take it to the next level, you got to learn fusion power, and you came to the right place. So without further ado, let's talk about fusion power. I know when I first started Riftbreaker, I had seen fusion a little bit, I had heard of it, but I just didn't understand how to set it up. It was way too complicated, or at least I thought it was, and it turns out it is pretty complicated if you don't know what you're doing. I wanted to do this quick little video for you guys to demonstrate what it takes to be able to set up your fusion power. And so the first thing you're going to need to do is get your headquarters to level 2. So we've already done that. The reason why is because you obviously need to get your research centers. Once you get your communication hubs or research centers, the first thing you then do is liquid resources transport. Once you get liquid resources transport, it will unlock fusion power, as you can see down here. So we're going to start researching that.
A new technology has been developed. New buildings are available for construction.
All right, so once we have our liquid transport, the next thing you're going to do is get fusion power. Now the thing is that even though we have fusion power and we can start creating the super coolant refinery, the fusion power itself, the plant, requires you to be at tier 3 headquarters. So you're gonna have to upgrade to tier 3. Now we have already done that. As you can see, headquarters level 3 at the top over here. For fun, I'll bring it up to level 4, but understand that it always takes about 2 minutes for an upgrade, and at the end of every upgrade, there's always a very large wave. So you need to be prepared to get to this 3rd tier headquarters, because it's going to hit you like a truck.
A new technology has been developed.
New buildings are available for construction.
All right, so now we have fusion power, which is great. The other thing that you're going to need is that you see, your fusion reactor actually creates plasma, and if your fusion reactor does not dump out the plasma, it gets blocked and cannot create more power. Now, the devs have said that this might actually be a bug and that they're going to probably take that out, but at the time of this video, that is a fact. And so the only way to do that is to take it out, which I'll show you how, of course, and turn it into supercharged plasma. From supercharged plasma, you turn that liquid and you put it into your shield generator for buildings. So we're going to talk about all that, but the first thing you need to do to get to that is go to your weapons and equipment, not your buildings, and you're going to get shields, because from there you can then get shield generator for buildings. So we're going to go ahead and do that.
A new technology has been developed.
New blueprints are available for crafting.
All right, so now that we have our shields, you'll see that you now have the ability to get shield generator for buildings, as you can see here. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and that's all the upgrades that we need, right? So quick recap: liquid transportation into fusion power, shields into shield generator for buildings, right? So that's all you're going to need to be able to properly set up your fusion power plant.
A new technology has been developed.
New buildings are available for construction.
Okay, so now that we have our shield generator and ionizer, we are now ready to create the infrastructure we need. Now remember, this does not work if you're not already at level 3 headquarters. So the next thing you're gonna need, now that you have your research and your level 3 headquarters, is space. So let's go ahead and chop down all these trees. As a rule of thumb, it's going to take about the entirety of your screen that you see. So what I mean is it's going to take about all of this space here, but you'll see in a moment. So let's start building things out. The first thing you need is super coolant. Now what you need to keep in mind, and this is very important, is where will your system end? The reason why is wherever it ends is where the supercharged plasma will come out. Wherever the supercharged plasma comes out is where you need to route to your shield generators. So it's really important that you make sure there's space. Now in our case, we have all the space in the world, so that's perfectly fine. So we're going to start with one super coolant. We're going to put it into a liquid. We're going to do another supercoolant, and then we're going to connect them, right? So this is step 1. The reason you put 2 in is that 1 supercoolant generates 25 supercoolants. You got to make sure that, as you can see, that where the pipe is coming out on that 3rd block to the right, make sure that's connected, and it is here. Now, of course, these require power, so we're going to connect these. Now, once we have our supercoolant, the next thing to do is to connect it to our fusion power plant. The fusion power plant takes a long time, and it's right down the center. Smack, it takes 2 minutes. It's as long as upgrading your headquarters. It is probably the longest building to be built. So in the meantime, we're going to obviously continue the rest of our infrastructure. So we're going to be putting supercoolant into the fusion power. It will discharge plasma. We need to get rid of that. The way to do that is, as I mentioned, you route it out. Now what we're going to do is that the fusion power plant generates 200 plasma per second. Therefore, we need to try to get 200 plasma per second used. The way to do that is you grab your plasma converter, which you can see is 50 per second. Quick maths, that means you need 4. I know, I'm sorry I didn't give you guys a heads up that you're going to need a math degree to do this. So we're going to place 4 just like this, and this is why we created 2 storage coolants, because you can't actually get 4 out very cleanly. Sure, you can and whatnot. Like, again, I personally prefer things looking clean and nice, so I like it like this. And see, just like that, it is very, very clean, very, very simple. So finally, once we have all this, what I like to do is connect them like this, and then you want to store it because you never know when something might go wrong. You always want to have storage in between. You also actually have to for things to move and route. But so this is going to be your entire build. From there, you can go any direction, and I'll just demonstrate it. You can set up your shield generators. So you just go ahead, connect the pipes. So now everything's powered. Give it 5 more seconds. The supercoolant is full, as you can see, obviously. And watch our power spike. Boom. 4,200 energy from our power plant, our fusion power plant. Now, the supercoolant's generating in. We have our fusion power plant. It's putting out the plasma, going into here to become supercharged plasma, which is going into here to shield your walls. And like I said, or what's really cool is that it shields your walls, your turrets, your healers, everything. And so I typically advise you have 2 or 3 of these at least per main location you get attacked. And keep in mind that this takes 5 supercharged plasma per second. Therefore, if you're generating about 200 per second, that means you can build 40 of these per fusion power plant, right? So you're not going to run out of supercharged plasma. I don't know why you would need 40 of these, but anyways. So that's it. This is how you build yourself a fusion power plant. And here's what it looks like from another angle, and at night, and if you're lit up, and if you have floors. A little bit of overkill. But anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this made things simple for you. I hope that this is going to encourage you to try Fusion into your builds. Personally, I now don't ever do a playthrough without Fusion. It's the key to making yourself really dominate the late game. And obviously, if you appreciated this video, please let me know in the comments what other tip videos you'd like to see for Riftbreaker, so you can take your game to the next level and really push that brutal difficulty to the limits. Obviously, please drop a like if you like this video specifically, and then subscribe. Hit that notification button so that you can see other videos coming out about Riftbreaker or other strategy gaming videos. But without further ado, 𝐶ALphaWolf signing off.